NCIS Sydney, Tuesday 8/7 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Watch WRDW News at 5:30 weekdays for What the Tech. Sponsored by Augusta Preparatory Day School, leading the CSRA and STEM education.
Your safety comes first with the First Alert Radar Network. First just got faster. Live from Augusta, you're watching News 12 live at 5.
Well, we got to see some sun today, but as families prepare to travel for the Thanksgiving holiday, we're tracking the possibility for some rain. We'll have everything you need to know in just 2 minutes.
But first, in the wake of former First Lady Rosalynn Carter's death, people are honoring the change that she leaves behind.
Rosalynn was a driving force in how we talk about mental health today. For decades, she pushed for more resources and funding here in Georgia and beyond.
Our State House reporter Abby Casores joins us now live outside the Jimmy Carter Museum and Library in Atlanta. Abby, you have been there all day. What's the mood like?
It's very somber. There's a growing tribute with condolences and support to the Carter family. Anybody who knew her or was touched by her work, writing letters and little well wishes for that family as they walk through the doors.
And I do remember when President Carter was inaugurated.
Former First Lady Rosalynn Carter never wavered on her commitment to talking about mental health.
It's accepted now.
Inside, a tribute book grows. Polly Jeanette wrote to her hero.
That a woman in her time had so much impact on her husband, on the political system.
Jeanette is one of the countless lives touched by Carter, who championed for mental health awareness for more than 3 decades.
Mrs. Carter will be forever in my memory as a mentor and friend.
Darlene Schultz is the former CEO of 3 Keys, a nonprofit for homeless individuals looking for help and a place to stay. Rosalynn served as an honorary board member since day one, joining them at every fundraiser until a few years ago.
She was just so giving of her heart, herself, her time to 3 Keys.
Now an apartment complex named after Rosalynn gives people struggling with mental illness a place they can call home.
And it will be hard for me to believe that anybody else will be able to make this big of a difference as Mrs. Rosalynn Carter.
It's a part of her legacy. Director of Mental Health Services at the Carter Center, Eve Bird, says Carter used her station and personally cared for so many people.
I think she would say that the work's not done. We've made great strides. We feel like stigma is going down. We still have a lot to do.
There are crews all around us working to get the Presidential Library and the Carter Center ready for events that will start next week, including a service and several other events for people who want to come out and pay their respects. It was already pretty busy today. You can imagine what those crowds are going to be like here when people want to come and pay those respects next week. Live tonight in Atlanta, Abby Casores.
Thanks, Abby. And live at 5:30, we'll hear from a mental health professional on how Rosalynn's efforts impact us right here at home.
Well, talking all things weather, we are going to see a big change in our forecast. Some of you may have noticed those clouds really starting to push in as we have moved later into your Monday. And by Tuesday, we'll be looking at our next system moving in, which you can see it now back across portions of Oklahoma into portions of Kansas, Missouri, down through Louisiana. Some severe weather going on down there in the way of a few severe thunderstorm warnings. And also, we have seen a few observed tornado warnings down there as well. So possibly seeing some observed tornadoes as far as across our area. Rather quiet for today, just again seeing cloud cover really starting to fill in within the past few hours across the area. Jumping ahead towards tomorrow's forecast, we do have a low marginal threat for severe weather in place. So this is overall a low risk. The main threat looks to be damaging winds, but we're also going to have that very isolated threat for a brief tornado. Not going to rule out some small hail and also localized flooding issues being possible as well. As far as winds, we are seeing those not too breezy right now for most of us. Still seeing a gust near 20 though around Milledgeville. You can see Atlanta and Macon also seeing those gusts closer to about 20 miles per hour. As we head through tonight into tomorrow, we are going to see those wind gusts begin to pick up over 20 miles per hour area wide pretty much throughout your Tuesday ahead of a pretty strong cold front that does move through tomorrow. We'll take a look at those rainfall chances as well in the full forecast, but let's take a look at some traffic first.
And now, First Alert Traffic.
taking a live look outside of our studios off of Riverwatch Parkway, noticing a nice flow of traffic along Interstate 20 and also Riverwatch right now. Grovetown Interstate 20 near exit 190, not seeing too many cars backing up off the interstate right now, and also along Lewiston Road, traffic is flowing nicely there. And looking towards Walton Ray around the 15th Street area, we are noticing cars flowing nice and smoothly as well here in this intersection. We'll talk more about those storm chances for tomorrow coming up.
All right, thanks for that, Mikkel. A mother's fight is never over. That's what Clara Taylor tells us as she fights for justice for her daughter.
Felicia Harris, a transgender woman, was found shot to death in Augusta back in October of 2020. 2 years ago today, deputies arrested the suspected killer, Jerome Miller. Hallie Turner is live for us in the newsroom. And Hallie, you were in court today for a bond hearing for Miller. Walk us through what happened.
Well, today, for the second time in a row, a judge denied Jerome Miller's bond. Miller's been ordered to remain in jail. During the bond hearing, the defense says when Jerome last came before the court in April of 2022, the only reason he was denied bond was based off his risk of intimidating witnesses, like his brother and girlfriend. The defense says Miller has been in custody for more than 700 days and has not received any infractions. They argue he would not be a risk to the community.
I think it's very telling to what he could do out on bond if he's managed to stay in custody in Richmond County for the last 2 years without getting any charges, which is, as Your Honor is very well aware of, is a rare occurrence.
But the state says they've been able to uncover text messages from a number that was the last number to contact Felicia Harris's phone, and that witnesses tell him Jerome is known to be unfaithful and have many burner phones.
Witness that she referenced, the girlfriend, she mentions that Mr. Miller routinely uses burner cell phones and has a number of different phone numbers that he uses when he's doing some of these things, that she doesn't know him specifically to be into men or to transgender, but she knew him to be unfaithful and would routinely keep burners.
Now, based off this, Judge Heath says there are multiple key witnesses that may still have more information out there, and if he's released, he could intimidate them. So, until the state can nail them down, at the moment, Miller remains behind bars.
All right, thanks for staying on top of that, Hallie. Families still fighting for justice in these cases. Well, a massive class action lawsuit will soon be filed after more than a dozen families lost their homes in an apartment fire in Atlanta. The fire was allegedly started by fireworks set off by two suspects on the roof of the complex. Authorities believe that's how the fire caused so much damage because there's no sprinklers up there on the roof. But several companies will soon be listed in the lawsuit over the property's alleged issues with its fire suppression systems that were well known but not fixed. It's also alleged that staff knew that there were people on the roof setting off fireworks and none of them stopped them. Many families involved in the lawsuit say they lost nearly everything.
We got out with our backpacks, with our cats, and with our cars, and that's it.
This totally could have been prevented. There was no reason that people should have been allowed on the roof. The apartment knew that people were coming up there.
Two people are facing several charges in relation to setting off the fireworks. The fire caused so much damage the building will have to be torn down. There are still fears that the building could collapse tonight.
Prayers and support continue to pour in as an Oconee County deputy remains in critical condition tonight. Authorities say 27-year-old Corporal Lucas Watts was shot after a traffic stop turned into a car chase, and then eventually shots were fired last Thursday in the upstate. Watts, a father to a newborn baby, was rushed to the hospital where he underwent emergency surgery. He is in critical but stable condition. The suspect, 50-year-old Gregory Maxwell, is facing several charges of attempted murder. Throughout the weekend, multiple vigils took place to raise money for Watts and his family.
A 17-year-old is being charged with attempted murder after a stabbing inside Columbia High School in South Carolina. This happening around 2 on Friday afternoon. Students say that the stabbing happened in the bathroom. Richland County deputies say they found the child bleeding in a classroom, and he was able to tell deputies what happened. The suspect, Omari Fortenberry, is being charged as an adult. No word tonight on the student's condition.
Startling video out of Berkeley County, South Carolina tonight, where a pickup truck rams into a business. Take a look. Okay, so this happened Thursday at a small business. It's been open less than a year. After the truck drives into the store, two men are seen stealing merchandise. The owner says only about $100 in cigarettes were taken, but More than 100 bottles of wine were broken, and the cost of damage exceeds $5,000. The business owner says his biggest concern, though, it isn't the money.
This is a community problem. It's not personal problem. We got to find out who's these people. That's all I'm asking all the communities, all the public health. Let's work together and find out who did this, because I'm really not worried about. I fix my building, but a lot of people up there, they will not be able to fix their problems.
The store is already, amazingly, back open tonight. The truck involved in this incident was also stolen, according to investigators. As of now, the suspects have still not been identified.
Well, making sure everybody can enjoy the Thanksgiving holiday. Just ahead, how James Brown's legacy is helping our community. Mikkel?
And we are tracking rainfall chances going up as we head towards tomorrow. Your forecast next.
Time and Temp, brought to you by Jamie. Or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Hey guys, this is Mike.
Yeah, it's real.
Get spotted with an SRP Spotted sticker and get $100. That's right, it's that easy. Get your SRP Spotted sticker or magnet from any SRP location and you could be spotted and win $100. Follow us on Facebook for even more chances to win with Spot Me SRP. Good things are happening at SRP.
Welcome back to Live at 5. We are taking a look down the Savannah River from our Thurman Dam Cam, looking at temperatures at about the upper 60s at least around Bushfield Airport. Those winds out the east at 8 miles per hour, and seeing a lot of scattered cloud cover across the area. Still a few peaks of sunshine as that sun does begin to really set here in the next 10 to 15 minutes. We're looking at temperatures area-wide in those 60s, so it is starting to cool off just a bit as that sun begins to lower in the sky. We'll have to watch out for a few isolated showers before midnight tonight. That threat is very low. Most of us look to stay dry, but still worth mentioning if you have any late evening plans for tonight, having an umbrella nearby wouldn't be a bad idea. Looking ahead towards tomorrow, we are tracking the chance for some scattered rainfall throughout your Tuesday, so definitely have the rain gear with you before you step out the house tomorrow morning or afternoon, as anytime tomorrow is fair game for some showers and also storm activity as well. So we'll start off likely with a scattered shower field across the area. Not too many thunderstorms expected for your morning, but as we head towards the afternoon, that's when we have to watch out for a few storms that could actually be on the stronger side, as we do have a low severe threat in place for your Tuesday. So taking a look at that, it is a marginal risk, as low as it can be, a level 1 out of 5, and the main threat does look to be the chance for a very isolated and brief tornado. Also not going to rule out some damaging winds that could come in the way of a line of storms later into our Tuesday, and then the flood threat more localized and isolated, as well as that threat for maybe some small hailstones inside some of those stronger storms that we could see. As far as looking at radar right now, you can see a very mature area of low pressure now moving through the Great Plains in the deep south, about to cross over into portions of Mississippi here. This is the system that is going to be bringing us some active weather for tomorrow. You can see some severe thunderstorm warnings in Louisiana now crossing into Mississippi, and they have seen a few tornado warnings out there as well for today. Across our area, we're still nice and dry. Some very light shower activity popping up just south and west east of Atlanta, I would say, west of Lake Oconee. But as far as looking at how things could play out for tonight, we'll keep things mostly dry, just that chance for an isolated shower. Waking up tomorrow, definitely the potential for some scattered rainfall developing before midday, and then we'll see possibly a break in action before a stronger wave of showers and storms does move through late into our Tuesday, with the main cold front as that does time out to pass through late Tuesday into early Wednesday. We could see the remainder of some moisture around for your Wednesday morning into the early parts of Wednesday afternoon before things do finally dry out for the second half of our Wednesday. As far as rainfall totals, this is our American model, which I think is doing a pretty good job at showing the potential for for widespread rainfall totals close to about 3/4 of an inch, if not right around 1 inch of rainfall. And as we head into Wednesday evening, I would say some of us could pick up closer to maybe 1.5 inches when it's all said and done. So very low flooding concerns, but if you pick up that inch, say in less than 24 hours, that could cause maybe some minor flooding issues. The good news is that things do dry out by the Thanksgiving holiday, and then we do bring back some low rainfall chances for your Black Friday.
All right, thanks for that, Mikkel. Who doesn't love a free turkey? Well, today at the James Brown Arena, a decades-old tradition is helping families in our area.
Taylor Martin shows us how.
It's a 32-year-old tradition, making sure people in need eat during the holidays.
I'm so excited to be able to continue my dad's tradition after all these years. He started in 1991, so here we are, 30-something years later, still giving out turkeys in his honor and his name.
With food prices up 3.3% this year, turkey giveaways are more crucial than ever.
Especially for senior citizens, they have to make that decision. Where does money go? Food, bills, medication.
This year, more than 200 people registered to come and get a turkey. But thanks to donations to Golden Harvest It's Spooky to Be Hungry campaign, they're getting an entire meal.
There's things like pasta, canned meats like canned tuna, canned chicken, canned vegetables, and soups to make sure that there's items beyond just Thanksgiving items that families can use throughout the year.
For volunteers who come out year after year, it's about giving people a holiday experience they otherwise wouldn't have.
I'll get a home-cooked meal, and I just want to help people get a home-cooked meal too, because some people don't got what I got, and I just want to help them out.
Lending a helping hand to hundreds of people each year. Reporting in Augusta, Taylor Martin on your side.
The James Brown Family Foundation says they are looking forward to the James Brown toy giveaway this year. It will be inside the JBA for the first time in years. Registration for that is in person at the arena on December 2nd and the 9th. One family shares their battle on trying to identify the remains of their ancestors. Next, the challenge is to keep sacred ground.
We are tracking the chance for an isolated shower this evening, but the soggier conditions move in for your Tuesday. Stick around to see that forecast again.
It's the Rooms to Go holiday sale. Your choice of finish. Don't miss the Rooms to Go holiday sale.
Welcome back to Live at 5. We are taking a look at Grovetown, noticing that backup of cars off of exit 190 right now. Temperatures are in those 60s area-wide. Edgefield, one of the cooler spots, at about 63 degrees. We are tracking rainfall chances going up for us as we head later into tonight, especially past midnight, getting into tomorrow morning, and then we'll see rainfall chances turning more widespread in nature across the area as we continue through your Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday evening as well. Rainfall chances look to linger into the first half of Wednesday before conditions do improve by Thursday. Also, the potential for a few rumbles of thunder tomorrow, but that severe threat overall looks to be low. As we continue towards Friday, rainfall chances come back before a much drier weekend, and also some nice temperatures as well.
All right, thanks, Mikkel. Stick with us. We have more news, weather, and sports coming up as News 12 Live at 5 continues.
On air and online.